Hi everyone, this is Arnaud with the Third Wish. Welcome to A1R Radio. I am so happy to be back this week. We have a great show ahead of us. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about colors and color symbolism, how to use colors in your life, and how to use those colors to manifest the different things you want. So it's going to be really exciting. I hope that like my new background with Halloween pumpkins, this is also a great time. We do have a full moon for Halloween on Saturdays. Really exciting times ahead of us. And I'm going to take colors as well. We'll have questions in a few minutes. And so we'll do that. Just wanted to introduce a little bit the topic of colors. If you remember in my last show, I was talking about numerology and the vibration of the numbers in your life, whether they're your birth date or your house number or apartment number. Those numbers do have a vibration, and there's no good or bad number, but they definitely have an influence and manifest different things. And so that's what we're playing with. And like numbers, colors are a little bit of the same. They have their own vibration. They bring different aspects. They highlight different aspects in your life. Could be finances or romance or personal development or psychic visions even, for example, with the color purple. But they do have that ability. And so when we are talking about colors, it could be the color you wear, the color of your car, the wall in your living room. All of this, whether we notice it or not, is end up having an impact. And what we want is a really positive impact to get your life in a better direction. And so making conscious decisions about, like last week on numbers or this week on colors, really does have an impact. And so after I take a couple colors and also want to do a reading for every single one of you, that will also be happening in the second part of the show, I will talk a little bit about the different colors and their meanings. So stay tuned for that. The other important aspect of colors is that it's the energy we put behind it. And so it's if you remember a little bit on my shows, the manifest, the law of manifestation, and how to bring your thoughts to an idea is exactly the same thing. When you bring your thoughts and you want to really manifest something, for example, love, the way you would do that is you would put the particular color that's associated with love. And in this case, we could think about pink and ask, to wear pink. Or, for example, if you are looking for a partner, you could set up in your living room or by your bedroom 2 bedside table, side by side on your bed with some sort of pink color that symbolizes the new person that's coming into your life and will share the bedroom with you. And so by creating ahead of time the manifestation, you're actually welcoming the energy to come with you. And so that's why we're playing with colors. That's why we're playing with numbers. We're actually telling the universe, hey, look here, there's something great that you can help me with. And so that's really the meaning of all those discussions that I had with you in this show, is that you can create your own future if you know how to play it well. And so we'll be digging a little bit into that in the second part of the show. Right now, I'm going to start to take our first caller, and this is Jenna, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, in Canada. Hello, Jenna.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent.
I'm good. How are you? Good.
What can I look into?
Okay, well, it's been a bit of a rough year for me compared to most years. And I am wondering I feel like I'm on the right path. I know I'm quite spiritual, but not. I'm more of a truth seeker type of person, right? Quite spiritual and highly intuitive, but yet, I've been like single for 3 years, and I'm just wondering if I'm going to end up single for the rest of my life. I'm 56 years old now. My profile picture is up to date from the summer. I look a little bit younger than my age. So I tend to attract people that are much younger, and I would never lie about my age. So, and I'm not really I don't want to end up dating someone who's like my daughter's age, who's 34. So, but yet I seem to be attracting people that are like 70 years old, and I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to be single forever or if I'm going to finally meet a life partner that I've always wished for.
That's a great question, Jenna. Let me pull a couple cards. What I'm going to do first,
and if I'm going to the right direction, because I'm going to be attending a certain Baptist church starting Sunday. That I know a few people that go there, but I'm also into readings because I believe in certain things that a lot of people don't see. That I'm good at looking at the big picture, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And there's a man there. There's a man that you see. I've met a man, just like platonically. He's a volunteer, and I have met him, and he does not know that I really do like him. So I'm wondering. I think his name is Mike, and he has a dog in a white truck. That's about all I know about him. But and he goes to this church, but I'm not going there for that. I'm going there because I love to sing, and I like to be able to go somewhere, meet people, and then be able to just leave it there and then go home on my own, you see, unless I'm with the right person. So that's where I'm wondering. What I'm wondering about is it gets a little lonely because most of my relatives live in Quebec. Aside from my daughters and then my grandchildren, they live in Victoria. They live in Esquimalt, BC.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks for sharing all of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look a little bit with just looking out for you, see if anyone's coming for you in the next 6 months, 1 year,
okay.
Just to get a feel of the energies around you. And then after that, I'm going to do another reading just to see a little bit what are the, what's happening with Mike and get a sense of, is there a possibility there? Does that work with you?
Yes, and also if it's also, and if you can have a look, I will feel it once I go, but if you think that I have a really good feeling about this certain church simply because I never was attending any type of churches before. I was in a spiritualist church for a while, and they're now more or less non-existent. And what's happened is I dated a theological scholar about 3 years ago, and for 2 months, and discovered that he wasn't for me, but yet he was considered a rabbi more or less. So I ended up accidentally becoming a truth seeker, which is a polite word for conspiracy researcher. So I know a lot about what's been going on in the world, but yet if I, of course, open up to, people in general, they'll think this is crazy stuff, So I'm trying to figure out. I'm pretty good at feeling. I'll if I don't feel comfortable somewhere and it doesn't feel right, I'll recoup right back into my shell. So yeah. I have a good feeling about this place, but I would like to know if you can see anything positive or negative.
Yep, I will look into this. So let's start with kind of the general romance, and then I'm gonna pull a couple of cards. So give me a second, and I'm gonna see what's out there.
Okay. Thank you very much. I so appreciate this.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I'm on a really tight budget, or else I would be paying for your reading right now. So, it's just really great. I'm really grateful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that I think there is an opportunity for you to meet someone, a gentleman that it's going to start slow. It's going to start mostly as a friendship with discussions, meeting a couple times, going to different places together, kind of slow dating, if you will. And then
that's exactly, that's what I prefer. Yeah.
Yes, I do see that happening. And that's going to be happening more with just more than one person over, I would say, up until May. And then one of them will actually become more of a, real relationship. It's not real, but more of a like steady relationship after that point. And so what I would tell you is that, like you said, this type of meetings are really good for you because you really want to know the person before you commit. And so this is what's going to be happening. Yeah. You're going to have really good conversations with them and getting to know each other, and they're going to like that as well. And so any type of that type of relationship over the end of the year, over next year, just keep going at it because it will bring someone that's going to be a good match for you.
So do you see it to be an intimate, lasting relationship or just a platonic, lasting relationship?
I'm going to look at that now in terms of, what's happening after that. So let me go deeper into that. And I was going to
ask you as well, if you don't mind, while we're talking about this, do you have any hints as to maybe his initials or appearance or age or something like that?
Yeah, let me look. I definitely do see one characteristic is the gentleman is a little taller than usual.
Okay. That's good because I'm very tall. I'm 5'8.5", and so I'm attracted to people that are taller than me.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. He's tall. He's quite tall. You will like that. It is someone who doesn't have, he's very open to discussions. Like this is someone who comes with an upbringing where they are very open to differences of opinions. They don't have one single view of the truth. He wants to engage.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because that's how I like. That's what attracts me. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm attracted to men that are, see the big picture rather than the smaller picture, and that also, that are open-minded, non-judgmental, to and have stimulating intelligent, conversation and also that know a lot about what's really going on in the world rather than just basic stuff, in life. And that's what attracts me as well as maybe the appearance. Yeah. Do you know if he may be around my age or younger or older or... so I might, can you see that kind of stuff? Can you see if he would be someone that I may, maybe on a church or?
Well, it is funny because I was putting a couple cards regarding the church as well. I do see that it's around your age. I do see that is someone that you have a possibility to meet at the church. I do see that the church social activities will bring people to you that you're going to feel more connected with. And it will give you a sense of community and home. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because originally I couldn't find the type of, I was looking, I went to a Yeshua temple and they started singing Jesus songs, and that kind of turned me off because I believe that my maker's real name or savior is Yeshua, but yet, and it's too far for me to go. I have some disabilities, physical disabilities, and so, but I'm ambulatory. It's just that this other place I'm drawn to because of the location and the people that I have met there, that they do volunteer, and I volunteer at times with them. So, but I've never attended the church yet. But there's, like I said, there's a gentleman there that has, that I'm very attracted to, but I'm not sure if he's attracted to me in that way, just because he's so smiling and kind and all this, you know. So I'm kind of hoping, and I don't think he's married or any of that. So I don't know, but I'm keeping it open because it could be anyone, right?
Yes, I am looking into his energy right now. Oh wow, it's looking. I mean, I cannot tell you this is the one, but it brings a very good vibe. He brings a lot of positives. He has what I like about him, and you will see that he's very knowledgeable. He likes to talk about events in the world. He likes to share his knowledge and learn at the same time. And he has a very sunny personality.
Oh, that's very...
Yeah. So I would definitely continuing with him, but also with others, as you cannot get into this journey of just getting to know each other. Something really, really good will come out of this. Are you still with me, Jenna? Yep. Can you still hear me? Yep. I lost Jenna, but we were getting towards the end of the reading here. So wishing you all the best, and thank you for your question. And really happy that, you know, life is moving forward with you. The next caller we have is Tony in Brisbane, Queensland. Hi, Tony.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Brisbane's one of my favorite cities in the world. It's beautiful, so just wanted to give you a shout out.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, that's good.
How can I help you?
I was just wondering if you could just go on what you feel or whatever, you know, vibes or whatever. There's no one question that I want to ask really, just something in general.
Yeah. Let me put a couple cards for you. See coming up in your life.
Okay, awesome.
Do you have any idea about either a trip or moving? But I do feel there's a lot of movement around you. Have you been wanting to go on a trip somewhere or move?
Yeah, actually, yeah, lately I have been, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a permanent move or just a trip?
I'm not really sure. It's nothing planned. It's just been thoughts in my head, but at this stage of my life, it's not possible at the moment for me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. This is what I can tell you, that I do see you making this trip or this move. I think it might be a little bit challenging after a while, I would say around the February, March time frame. But I would still encourage you to do it because it's going to end well and it's going to be positive for you. So my message to you is that go for it. Just don't be discouraged if you have certain obstacles along the way. It's going to end up great.
Right. Okay, sounds great. Hang on the phone! Yep, sounds great.
Great. Anything else, Tony?
I don't have much things, but I've got a lot of concepts around me at the moment, within myself as well as others, and I'm having difficulties with great problems with going to positives, like, you know, I'm going to shift the weight, or I'm going to have some peace of mind.
Yes, I can't hear you super well, but I think you're talking about a particular man or relationship here. I did see someone that was around you, but it does feel that maybe you're moving away from him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. And again, kind of back to what I said earlier, like, I think this is a good move. This is not easy. This is a little bit stressful, but you're going to get a good out of it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, then. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Something to stick with. Yeah. All right. Sounds great.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too. So what I wanted to do now is actually give the opportunity to every single one of you to have a reading. And so we're going to do what I used to do in the previous show, is offering the opportunity to everyone to pick a card and get a little bit of view on how the week ahead is looking. So I have 3 cards. They're associated with colors. I mentioned colors earlier in the show. We're going to go with red, white, and blue. This is the election night next week in the US, so I am using Americans' colors. I'm asking you to pick a color very quickly. Red, white, and blue. Just pick one, red, white, or blue. Now, if you pick red, what is coming for you here on this card is the 6 of Swords. The message for you is that you're in a transition. You are moving to a different place, possibly physically or emotionally. And it's a little stressful. It's a transition, but you end up in the place you want. And so there's a little bit of the success ahead. And I want you to feel that energy of making the move, making the change that's bringing you to the next place. And so that's what this 6 of Swords is about, is taking the leap of the move, of the transition, knowing that it's going to be a little bit challenging, but in the end, it's coming for the benefit of you. So that was if you pick the first card, the red. If you pick the second card, we're talking white here. So the card that I had for you, that I drew for you, is the 4 of Wands, as you can see here. The 4 of Wands is an amazing energy, is an energy of success, is an energy of family, is an energy of building something together. Obviously, 4 in numerology, the 4, the solid aspect of the 4, the number 4, where it's grounded, it's a foundation card. But with the wand, it actually brings the entire energy with you. The house, the business, your work, everything's finally a strong foundation. And you're going to be really, really successful because you built that foundation yourself with your own hands, so to speak. And so for the week ahead, what you'll see is that the opportunities that come out of the foundations that were built. And so whether you engage in a relationship or a business or work, anything that you started where you established that foundation will grow exponentially, because now you can really harvest and get the benefits of everything that you have set up. And so that's a very positive card as well, one of basically action and going forward with something new. And so I feel very, very strong about this for you. And it's if you pick that card or that color, which was white, this is a great week ahead of you. And then finally, if you pick the blue card, which is the third one, the card that I had for you, that I took for you, was the card of the Hermit. The Hermit is really the card that is a 9. It's a major arcana. It has to do with the research, the thinking, the retrieving to yourself and go deeper. And so for this week ahead, what you'll have is some work associated with looking for the light, looking for an answer. It's a very inward thinking, but what you get out of it is really the solution, is really a path forward. So don't be discouraged if you have a little bit of a setback, because what you learn out of that retreat, will be so positive as you move forward. And so I just want you to know that and take that energy with you. We are getting to the end of our show. It was an honor to read for you. We had amazing caller, Tony and Jenna, and just wanted to thank every one of you for the week ahead and for the next show. Thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to read for you. You can find me on thethirdwish.net. Thank you.